In this video, I'll be helping you with a math topic called solving rational equations with a binomial in the denominator. And we're looking at this example from OpenStax College Algebra, where we have 3 examples where we are asked to solve for x, starting with example A. Since we have a single fraction on the left and a single fraction on the right, we can cross multiply. Multiplying this way, 3 times x gives us a 3x, and this will be equal to, multiplying on the other diagonal, we have 5 times x minus 6. Since the x minus 6 is 2 terms, I put it in parentheses to make sure that I multiply the 5 by each term. And I can do that as my next step to remove those parentheses. 5 times x, a 5x, and 5 times negative 6, a negative 30. From here, to continue to solve, we'll need to move those x's to one side, and I can subtract the 5x over to the left. That will cancel, leaving me with a negative 30 on the right hand side, and then on the left 3x minus 5x, a minus 2x. From here, our last step to solve, we can get that x by itself by dividing the left hand side by negative 2 and the right hand side by negative 2. The canceling on the left leaves us with just x, and on the right, negative 30 divided by negative 2 of 15. This would be our solution for A. Moving on to B, we have this equation, and since there's more than one fraction on the right, my approach will be a little different. I'll identify the lowest common denominator between these 3 denominators. That would be both the 2 and the x minus 3, and then I would multiply each term on the left and right by the lowest common denominator. So multiplying by 2 times x minus 3 in each term allows me to cancel the x minus 3 here, cancel the x minus 3 here, and then canceling the 2 here. I have canceled out all of the denominators, and I'm left with x times 2, or 2x, equals 5 times 2, 10, and then a minus 1 times x minus 3. As you can see, I'll need to distribute that negative 1, bringing everything else down. Negative 1 times x, a negative x, negative 1 times a negative 3, a positive 3. I have like terms on the right that I can combine. 10 plus 3, 13. Bringing down everything else, I can now move the x's to one side by adding x to both sides. Canceling on the right leaves me just the 13, and on the left, 2x plus 1x, a 3x. I can solve for x by dividing both sides by 3, and x equals 13 thirds. Moving on to example C, similar to example B, we have more than just a fraction on that right hand side, so I can't cross multiply. I'll use the lowest common denominator, which here is 2 times x minus 2, and I will multiply every term on the left hand side by that 2 times x minus 2, and every term on the right hand side gets multiplied by that same 2 times x minus 2. This allows me to cancel all the denominators. X minus 2's cancel, again the x minus 2 cancels, and the 2 cancels, leaving me with x times 2, or 2x, 5 times 2, 10, and a minus 1 times x minus 1. I'll go ahead and distribute this. Minus 1 times x, a minus x, minus 1 times a minus 2, a plus 2. Combining like terms on the right, we have 10 plus 2 is 12, minus the x. Moving the x's to the same side, I would add the x to both sides, giving me a 3x on the left and a 12 on the right. Solving for x, we would divide both sides by 3, and we have x equals 4 as our solution.